Vienna and from the UK, right? You're in the UK right now, Taiwo?
Yeah.
Me on this call, please welcome Florian Fritz from Vienna.
Hello.
And Taiwo Dayo-Payne from the UK. And also you have some of your roots in Africa, right?
That's right, yes.
Whereabouts in Africa?
My family's from Nigeria.
Nigeria? Okay. Again, very international. Thank you very much. So this show is all about focusing on the flip side, the bright side of the coin of this challenge that we're in, sharing positive practices and strategies and techniques and stories around what's going on in our lives right now. All right, so let's get started. Let's welcome a couple of people on the call. We have Natasha, and we have Harry, and some other people coming in. So let's start with, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit, Taiwo? What is it that you do right now in your business?
I am a transformational coach. I'm a personal development trainer as well, and I have a blog. I founded the New 50, which is aimed primarily at people in midlife and helping them to kind of reclaim who they are, because we kind of live our earlier lives according to what we need to do as opposed to not necessarily what we want to do. And so some people need support to be able to kind of get themselves where they want to be, and build their confidence and feel like they're living more authentically, especially as in terms of following their passions or following their purpose. And maybe they had to work in a job for most of their lives for practical reasons, and now they want to run a business or do something that is more suited to who they truly are. So that's what I do. I help people to try and get there and identify that, and feel confident and courageous about taking that step.
Right. So the New 50 is your
New 50, yeah.
program. The New 50, yes. So anything you haven't done before.
It's also about saying that 50 now is very, very different to what 50 was when our parents were 50.
Yeah,
it doesn't necessarily mean that you're about to die. In fact, that you've got life. There's like a whole lifetime. You know,
yeah.
I mean,
you ahead of you.
Yeah. That's right, and that you can have a completely different life, a whole life as well.
Ahead of you.
Yeah, ahead of you. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Taiwo. So, yeah, by the way, we want to keep this interactive. If you have any questions for our experts or for me, then please post them in the comments on Facebook right now, and we can answer them live. So Diana Blanco and Kyle Bullock here also with us. Welcome. Thank you for showing up. And Taiwo from UK and originally Nigeria about the New 50s. So if you have any questions about the New 50s, or if you want some tips on that, feel free to ask.
Don't let the word 50 kind of leave you feeling restricted. It can be anyone from 40 onwards, but anyone moving into that midlife kind of change, feeling like they need to change up a bit, then yeah.
Okay, good. What about you, Florian? Can you tell us what you do, please? Totally different segment.
Totally different. Yeah, I'm a money teacher. So I help people learn about money, take care of their finances themselves, because most people are afraid of it because it's such a complicated money topic. So they prefer just not to think about it, which usually doesn't help. So.
Right. And there's a lot of emotions tied to money most of the time.
There's lots of emotions, positive, negative, fear. The top two emotions on money, fear and greed, are what's preventing you to have any usually.
Yes. So, and I love one of the, sorry about interrupting.
Sure.
I love one of the sayings Harbecker always says. He says, the lack of money is the root of all evil.
That's right.
Not money itself, the lack of it. People stealing money, why? Because they have a lack of money.
Yeah, money is completely neutral. It doesn't change your character.
It makes it better,
it doesn't make it worse. It shows it more clearly if you have more money. then your character will become more clearly. If you're a nice
That's
person
right,
with
yeah.
more money, you'll be a nice person with money.
Yeah.
You'll be
If
even
you're
nicer with a lot of money.
or even nicer, helping more people, right?
Yeah.
And well, if you're an asshole without money, you'll probably be a bigger one with money.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure I'm allowed to say it, the A word on Facebook
So
Live.
sorry.
I mean, one thing that I always say is
Delete that.
one thing I always say is that there's nothing worse than somebody who's ignorant but has come into a lot of money, because that ignorance is completely magnified, and there's nothing worse than somebody who is money ignorant that comes into a lot of money, because they won't hold on to that money for very long.
Yes, very well said.
They will usually use it, yeah.
Tiffany has a question. She says 50 means the age. Yes,
50 is what was traditionally sort of that kind of midlife thing, and the new 50 was basically more about my experience of being 50, because I remember going to my mum's 50th birthday party, and it was just full of old people as far as I was concerned.
Oh my God.
That's how I saw it. And so as I was approaching 50, I couldn't get my head around it. I thought that I literally thought that my parents had got my birth date wrong in my birth certificate, that I couldn't possibly. And also because the people that were around me, who were also 50, weren't behaving in the way that 50-year-olds that I was
exactly supposed to do. So that's all the preconceptions that we have.
Well, it is a preconception. Sorry?
A couple more people joining in. Just let me know.
Hello, people.
Katja Hansel from Rome, and Tiffany's from Argyle. Cornelia Birta is from Zurich. Then we have Diana from Spain. We have Kyle from You Found to Work the Live button. Well, congratulations, Kyle. I think you're sitting in Zurich as well. And Diana has a comment here. Florian, it's a lot of people right now losing their jobs due to the social, economic, and health crisis. What would be your best advice to these people to get to a strong, positive, and most importantly, resourceful to navigate these times? So in terms of money, I'm guessing. Get to a strong, positive, and resourceful way to navigate in these times when you're losing your job and there's social, economical fears around. What would you suggest, Florian?
What would I suggest? Yeah, well, there's actually lots of businesses or sectors profiting from the crisis. So we have a whole group that a friend of mine started that meets daily to come up with ideas. What is profiting? What might be a good idea to maybe open business in, because this sector is booming during the crisis or will be booming after the crisis. So maybe can I do something in that area, or is there something I can invest in to make some money because they will be successful? So there's lots of opportunities. Just sit down, and if you're in a situation like that, and think, okay, what am I good at? How can I help people maybe in this situation? What can I offer that adds value to other people? And then go and do it instead of waiting for someone else to giving you money.
Yeah, 100%, Florian. Thank you. I think also when you get together with a bunch of people, so one could contribute know-how about a business. One could contribute labor about a business. One could contribute connections and networking with other people. So get together, because these are the times where we can get together online and we have the time to start brainstorming. I think that's crucial. Don't try to do everything by yourself.
Mm. The other group of people, and actually the people that are because we have people who are losing their jobs, and then we have people who are sort of looking at the opportunities and trying to maximize those opportunities. But the people that are more vulnerable, the most vulnerable, are the people who have been able to keep their jobs, who are still having a salary, who think that at the end of all of this, that everything will continue as normal, but things are not going to continue as normal. And those people may be thinking that, well, this is kind of like an unpaid leave sort of situation, but actually they need to start thinking in terms of of what the people who have already lost their groups, their jobs, are thinking in terms of what else can I be doing, because when all this becomes normal, certainly in the UK, 80% of people's salaries are being paid. When this becomes, we go back to normal, so to speak, the new normal, a lot of these businesses are not going to be able to sustain that level of staffing because they haven't been bringing in an income. So more jobs are going to be lost. So all these people that think that they're okay need to be thinking about, what are the opportunities for me to diversify and have, even if it's going to be a side hustle, so that you're okay down the road.
Thank you. Most importantly, fill some needs. Look around to find out what are the needs. So for example, one of the needs we discussed recently with some of my students was elderly people who are not really in tune with the technology, online stuff. Could you teach them somehow to use this? Because that's a big gap I think we have.
Yeah.
And all these different kinds of things. So think outside the box.
Yeah. And that's a good point you make about the old people, because they've here in the UK, they've been told that they can't leave their homes for 3 months. And if they don't have technological know-how, then that can be really isolating.
Yeah, that
for them. You know,
get together here on Facebook Lives and Zoom and all that stuff. So
I'm hanging out on Zoom all the time. I have a feeling I'm just spending my whole day on Zoom.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
We have another question from Cornelia. She's asking, what do you think about the difference small and medium and big businesses? What do you mean exactly? Can you specify, Cornelia, a little bit? And we have someone joining in from Maryland, USA, Ardania. Welcome. Wow, it's spreading nicely. So can you specify, Cornelia? Just type it in the comments. What exactly do you mean by this question? All right, so let's move into, what are some strategies or stories that you brought to this show today? What about you, Taiwo? What would you like to share with the audience today?
Well, I guess where I'm kind of at is on an energetic level, because I think it's really important to try and keep the energy up, which is where, you know, you were saying about not isolating yourself and being involved with groups and things can come in handy. But I think it's quite important to act as though you are getting up and going to work. So, you know, get up and do what you would normally do, get dressed,
right,
you know, have a shower, get dressed, and then at the end of the day, then get into your comfy wear, and then go into, rather than say, right, okay, no one's going to know I'm here in my pajamas, so I'll sit here work in pajamas. You know, I think that can mess around with your head. The days will then start running into each other. So that's something that I'm very much looking at doing, and also about connecting. So I have a Facebook group that I go in and I connect with people in the group every day, much like what you're doing here, but being a place for people to be able to come into, knowing that that's going to be happening every day about this time, that if I come onto this page, somebody is going to be there talking about something and have people there if they have people there, you know. So that's what I feel is quite a positive thing at the moment.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, a routine. We also talked about the morning routines. One of the really good resources is the Miracle Morning book. That gives you 6 different things to do in the morning that are positive and setting your day and your expectations for the day already on a really good level.
Yeah.
Yes. Kyle says, if doctors don't invent the vaccine soon, the parents will. Yeah, that's true. We have some great power trying to fix this problem we have now.
That's right.
Well, I've also heard of someone starting an online daycare. So I take care of your kids online.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to do.
So they have their computer and I'll play with them. So I think that's a very interesting idea as well.
Yeah.
Yes, that is an interesting idea.
All kinds of new businesses are created.
Well, exactly. There was somebody. I saw somebody on saying something about, I'm about to go and do a contemporary dance class on Zoom, and I'm thinking, I knew she was a dancer, but I didn't know that she did dance classes, and so there are other things that we're going to be learning about people as well, because we'll be learning about new or old skills that were not relevant, and one maybe people didn't feel were okay to share on social media, but they're doing that now.
Just become creative how you can take them online. Like there's lots of people offering fitness or dancing classes now. We've been taking our cash flow game online.
Yeah,
can you tell us a little more about that, Florian? That was a really interesting story.
Yeah, sure. We have a cash flow group playing like every 2 weeks meeting in Vienna to play. And I thought, okay, do we stop now? I said, no, we want to go on playing. So what we're doing is we put the board on the table, place a camera over it so people can see the board game. So I need 2 cameras, one on myself, one on the board game. And then I do move the figures around, read or show the cards to people what's happening, and then they discuss and play. Actually, no, it works perfectly. It's a little bit slower, but we had lots of fun. And the cool thing is now you're not necessarily have to be located in Vienna. Once while we were playing live, we had one guy driving for 2 hours so he could join the game because he's coming from the countryside. Now those people can join from anywhere. The first time we put it online, we had a guy from India join.
Yeah. Wow, that's and look, this creates a whole different dynamic rather than having the same 5 people. I mean,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because in a Facebook Live like this, I just posted because they were talking about the cash flow game. I posted, I'll have my first cash flow online group this evening. And he, can I join? I say, yeah, sure, why not?
Cornelia is asking if she can join the cash flow game. Just reach out to Florian and ask him when he plays next, so you don't have to go to Vienna this time.
We'll play tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening, okay. Reach out to Florian.
What time do you play, Florian?
We'll play at 6.
Do you have a maximum number of people?
Well, at the moment it would be 12.
Right.
But I'll if there's more people, I'll find someone else who has a board and is willing to do the work. So we can add more people. I'll be working on that if we have more people interested.
Get creative, Florian.
We'll always find solutions for that.
If
people want to play, you're super welcome.
Yeah, 100%. And look, for you guys watching, what other games could you play online? There's no end to this.
No.
We had on Sunday evening, we had a online birthday party with a friend.
Oh, yes.
We also played a game that they have and we have. And so we managed to play that. So there's lots of stuff you can play online.
Probably play poker or, I don't know.
Poker is difficult. I haven't found a good solution for poker yet.
Why?
But we're working on it.
Okay.
Because
let us know. Keep us updated about the online gaming community.
Because the dealer has to show the cards, and so everyone else would have to be fair and look away while I'm showing you your cards. Or I need 4 screens for however many players I have. Everyone needs a screen where I can show cards.
Okay, well, how about this? Invent some new rules for poker.
Yeah,
maybe, yeah.
Yes. All right, wow, we have a lot of engagement here. Corina Nishita is also interested. You want to, so reach out to Florian if you want to know how to do this. And Ardenia is sharing something about the morning routine.
Yeah, just send me a Facebook message if you want to join the game, and then I'll send you a link to register.
Yeah, I'm registering. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
is it for free or is there a cost involved?
That's free.
It's free. Did you hear it? Free game. So first come, first serve.
Free game, first come, first serve.
Sure that if you're registering with Florian, then make sure you show up.
Yeah, that would be nice because we're organizing then the facility to play. The facility, the person that offers the game, the cameras and all that sort of stuff.
Very good.
So, yeah.
All right. Katja Handel is sharing that in Italy, people are doing online Fritz aperitivo sessions to exchange ideas and thoughts. Wow, that's a nice idea. Yeah, like apero from 6 to 8. Everybody with a glass of something and some snacks and brainstorming.
Oh, and Carino has a board. Isn't that cool? I found some.
Yeah, I have a board as well. I have a board
too.
Yeah, I have one too. I can join in one of these days if you want, Florian. Help.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
On what I'm going to do on Sunday, we have this. There's this seminar, 10-week seminar based on the game. Blair put together with some other trainers with Kiyosaki videos and other advice.
That was Harry.
The Awaken Your Financial Genius.
Yeah.
On Sunday, I'm going to do a preview for that.
Right.
So I might need help there. We'll see.
Okay, lots of stuff going on. Yes. And Tiffany says that there's also games for online games, poker, and so you can join with people all around the world. Yes, very good. That's been set up already, but we're talking about the new ways of creating board games, like the old way, but online.
You can definitely play Uno. If you have a Uno game and Taiwo has one and I have one, we can play. Just the cards are there 6 times instead of once. Who cares?
True. And people have to be really honest.
Well, yeah. If you have a webcam, you can put the cam on the table so people see what you're doing.
It's easy to lose cards when you're by yourself. Okay, cool. Wow, that's a great ideas today. Thank you so much for joining, guys. We need to wrap this up. Keep it under 2 minutes. Are there any final last words or final last comments you want to share with our audience?
Taiwo, anything you want to share?
Not anything specifically. I just keep going. As well as the morning routine. At the end of the day, don't forget to count your wins. Even if it is that you managed to get up this morning, it's a win, and that's a win for you. Then celebrate that win and anchor that win, because that'll keep you going when things are feeling a bit heavy and difficult.
Yes. When things are feeling heavy, then occupy your mind with positive, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in every crisis, there's opportunities. So look for them instead of the problems.
Yes, 100%. Thank you, Florian. And you can watch some of the replays of these shows. Some of the stuff we did was a little crazy. The past week, we were doing bragging exercise and singing a song. And I'm going to put the link to the website where I have a couple of short clips and also the shows, so you can just watch whatever you think you need. A little bit of craziness. More craziness in a good way. All right, cool. Thank you very much. Wow, this was really engaging and fun. And thank you, all of you, for joining in. Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Tiffany, Ardemia, Corinna. Who else do we have here that I haven't mentioned yet? Katya was sharing a couple of good things. So, yes, let's keep this up. We'll see you tomorrow at 1:30, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Take care,
Thank
everyone.
you, Natalie. See you
Keep
soon.
up the spirits
Yeah.
and stay healthy.
Take care.